Good day. This has been an unusual week because we've had things that were positive, hopeful, things that gave us something to look forward to. We began the weekend with the comedy show, which was a benefit for the parish. Social distanced at the Italian table in Stanton, outside, and we had just a tiny bit over 100 people. So we are able to get enough of money to keep us happy for a while with some expenses being paid. We also hit something very, very big in our accomplishments over this past weekend because we reached capacity at the 10:30 Mass. As a matter of fact, if we had had 3 single people more, we would have had every available seat that is permitted by the state and the diocese to be taken. And that's good. So these are positives for us. We're getting there, little by little. We're seeing ourselves starting to get somewhat of a normalcy. And speaking about normalcy, one of the things that the pandemic has done for us is it's challenged us not to be as complacent and as traditional as we had. We became, let's just say, creatures of habit. We just did things because, well, it was something we were supposed to do. Now, I'm not talking traditional as in conservative or left or right or whatever. I'm talking traditional as in what our practices are. When we get into a rut, we end up becoming mundane. We become boring. And what this pandemic has done for us is it's shaken us up. It's given us a question mark as to when it'll all be over, when we won't have to wear a mask, when we can have the church without social distancing and without contact tracing, when we can start to just go back to the practices we had originally instituted since the beginning of time, it seems. But here we are now, and we've had to rethink these things, and that's good. It gives us the ability to step back and think about why we do certain things, where things are in our faith life and their importance. What are the things that we desperately need to be able to celebrate the Eucharist, to be able to find time for prayer, to be able to be with family? These are important things, and by taking us away from our normal life, we've had to deal with it. As much as we would love to be back to the way it was even 10 months ago, we have to recognize that it is better for us to be where we are right now. We will come and find our new us, our improved us in hopefully many ways, but we've got to work at it. We're going to be looking at something very special over the next few months. We're going to look at ourselves as being not people of fear, people of dread, people of when, but we're going to become people of hope. People that look for support and hope in the sacraments, in the Eucharist, and in each other. And that is important. We need these things, the Eucharist especially, the sacraments which connect us to our God, the community which lifts us up. We need this right now. Let's take advantage of the opportunities when they're given to us, when we offer them through the parish. One important announcement, and it's a little kvetching from my part, which means complaining. This is important when it comes to Mass. We started to go back into old practices, and what I mean by that is coming to Mass, let's just say, quote unquote, on time. Which on time can mean if a Mass begins at 10:30, getting there at 10:35. Unluckily, it's not going to work, because if we're filling the capacity, we may not be able to accommodate you. So please, make sure you're in the church on time so that we can accommodate people, get the most people in that we can by law and by nature. So please, when you do that, it makes it so much easier for all of us. It gives us that connectedness, that wholeness. According to the ways of the state, the church, and all the other regulations, people cannot stand in the narthex. I know it'd be real easy because we can get a few more people, but we can't. That is a place for people to move. It's not for people to stay. That's why we can't put chairs in there, and we can't have any type of seating or staying there. So that's why we are limited. Please work with us. Help us to be people of hope by doing this. And let's see what happens. We are one. We are a family. Let's keep on doing this. Let's rejoice in those moments where we do have positives. And let's keep on working to make everything that we do hope-filled with the Spirit of God and with our community present at all times. Have a wonderful week.